Welcome to the X-Tendo podcast, episode 20, with your gracious hosts, the Monkey King, the Black Mamba of gaming, the Green Ranger of YouTube. Oh, do I have your attention now? Oh, how the mighty have fallen. It was said that it can never be done. Everybody said that the Xbox will be sitting at third place. Everybody. But if there's one person and one person alone who can stand tall to you today and believed at Microsoft, if there is one person and one person alone that you can point to for a fact who knew that this day would come, that one person and one person alone is Zobi 70. I did a video on the day that the Xbox Series X won. But due to technical difficulties, the rant that I had, it was one of the greatest rants I've ever did in my entire life. And I'm not even going to try to recreate that rant. I'm not going to sit here and try to force some type of rant. What I'm going to do is we're going to celebrate, but hold on. We got to do the donation real quick. What I'm going to do first is acknowledge old dirty man Bob. Council sales don't matter, man. Now the council sales don't matter anymore. Yeah, I peeped that too, old dirty man. I peeped that. Thank you so much for the donations. Thank you for the support. Peace and love, blessings to everybody. Oh, boy. Hold on. Making sure the sound is good. Here we go. We're good. First of all, congratulatories are in order. We got to give it up for Phil Spencer. Shout out to Phil Spencer, the man with the vision, the man with the dream, the man with the idea to come out, and he knew which way to take Microsoft. He knew which way. He knew better than all of us. Did he not? This man had a vision, and I saw that vision. I saw a man that was concocting a plan that was saying, you know what, this is what we're going to go to do to win this race. Listen, Sony, you can sit on top of Piss Creek with a paddle this deep, you're still going to sink. You're a disgrace. Here they call me a rabbit. This is a turtle race. Shout out to Phil Spencer for having the vision, having the dream, and concocting said dream. When the whole world was against you, when the whole world thought that you couldn't succeed with your plan. You proved them all wrong. Nothing but props and respect go out to Phil Spencer. Shout out and let's give it up. Congratulatory to the Microsoft staff. Everybody. Outstanding job. Outstanding job over there at Microsoft. What an outstanding console launch that the Xbox Series X has. No problems, no console glitches, no, you know what I mean? There was absolutely no problems whatsoever when it pertains to the launch of the Xbox Series X. The Xbox Series X launch was so smooth that they were creating lies and fairy tales, saying that smoke was coming out of the console. They were saying that the console was shutting off. They were saying the console couldn't do this. They said the console couldn't do that. And then come to find out, all those things that wrapped around the lies that they said came to Microsoft Xbox are currently on the PlayStation 5. Let's give it up. Phil Spencer and the Microsoft staff did an outstanding job. Let's give it up to the Xbox fans. Let's give it up to the Xbox fans, man. Don't leave them out. They did an outstanding job on social media, did they not? Promoting the console. They were so non-toxic. They had a real non-confrontational vibe when it came to them. They're good people, solid people. I think they got rid of the one toxic person that was there. I don't want to name names because people are going to take it the wrong way. There was only one real toxic guy. His name was Crap Gamer. They got him the hell up out of here. Now that he's gone, the community is a breath of fresh freaking air, is it not? You can kick back and relax and hang out with the Xbox guys, chat with the Xbox guys. You can have some deep and profound conversations with the Xbox guys when it pertains to gaming. Shout out to the Xbox guys who got the hashtag going, Xbox Game Pass. The Xbox guys, excellent work. You guys really had a hand in really projecting and propelling this console to passing PlayStation and Sony in the month of June. You guys did an outstanding job. We can't leave the Xbox fans out. You know what we got to really give it up to? Chat room. Do you know who we really got to give it up to? And I'm not even talking about Zobi 70 because Zobi 70 had the vision. One of the main reasons that I call my pod, Zobi, you didn't have no vision. You doubted the Xbox, man. It's impossible when I have a podcast that is inspired by Xbox called X-Tendo, fusing the two dominant forces in gaming right now. Taking Xbox and Nintendo and fusing the two names together and coming out with some type of Super Saiyan, Jin, Goku, God, Gotenks, Gogeta, right? I started off my podcast with such supreme confidence that I knew the Xbox was going to dominate. But if there's one thing that we have to give it up to, and that I didn't see anybody give these accolades or props out, but I will do this here today. Let's give it up to E3. Oh, they said E3 was irrelevant. Come on, man. Why are we doing E3? They're literally having a week of showing off the biggest and best games known to man. And that's a problem to a certain section of the gaming community. Jeff Keighley said that E3 was irrelevant. Jim Ryan said that E3 was irrelevant. The PlayStation fandom said that E3 was irrelevant. And after E3, the most dominated search on the web currently right now is Xbox. In a mile after E3, people got out on their computers and their laptops and their cell phones and they searched Xbox. They started to investigate what's going on over here at Xbox, because after that E3 presentation that Phil Spencer, the Microsoft staff, after that presentation and that presentation alone, that is what changed the gaming landscape when it pertains to Xbox. That changed the game. I told you that. I told you when I was watching that event, it was giving me the same feeling I got when I saw the same event from Nintendo before the launch of the Nintendo Switch. And best in belief, since that performance, since the Nintendo Switch the Nintendo Switch dominates the top in sales. After that E3 performance, that was a complete game changer. That was the butterfly effect that was needed to change everything. Microsoft and Phil Spencer, Bethesda, Obsidian, Forza, Halo, Starfield, every single one of those games shown is what got a lot of people interested. They said E3 was irrelevant, but who was the one person and one person alone that said that E3 is credible? Why is nobody giving me my props? I've been watching this goddamn comment section for over 30 minutes and not one person is giving me my props. Shout out to Mario. Thank you for giving me my props, Mario. Thank you for giving me my props. And Mario gave me those props before I even went on my little diatribe just there. I called it. I called it all. Do I have your attention now? Just a week ago, I was a troll. Just a week ago, I was a gaming troll. Now I'm starting to look like the Nostradamus of gaming. Listen, man, you better stop playing with Zombie 70, man. When I tell you the Most High is guiding me, you best to believe it. We also have to give it up to one last person. One more person we need to give it up to. Phil Spencer, of course, the Microsoft staff, of course, the Xbox fans, of course. But I'm gonna I might pinch a little nerve here. You know who else we got to give it up to? The Sony fanboys. We got to give it up to Jim Ryan. We need to give it up to the IGN staff. Thank you. Thank you for making the PlayStation brand a complete and utter disaster. Thank you. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here right now. Thank you, Jim Ryan, for closing down the Japanese studios. Thank you, Jim Ryan, for charging us for director's cuts for games that aren't even a year old. Thank you, Sony fanboys, for making social media such a toxic place that we no longer take you people seriously. It's to the point now when you see a Sony fanboy, you just can't help but laugh, right? You see, they've been quiet for the past couple of days, so the social media has been real quiet and it's peaceful, and you can actually get back to your gaming. Listen, a lie untold becomes the truth. So I understand that the Xbox fanboys have to peel themselves away from the $9.99 Game Pass that offers you over hundreds of games. And they need to get the social media and they have to start combating with the Sony fanboys, because we cannot let these lies continue to spread and fester. Thank you, Sony fanboys, for making social media such a toxic place where nobody believes you anymore. We don't believe you. We don't believe you. You need more games. Also, thank the Sony fanboys for running out there and going and buy the Xbox Series X. We got footage. We got people on the ground that was able to catch some of these pro PlayStation guys. They were going out and going, at the end of the day, man, I'm a gamer. After that E3, all of a sudden they became a gamer. After Microsoft's E3, all of a sudden, all these Sony fanboys starting to become gamers all of a sudden. And they ran out and bought the Xbox Series X. Isn't that funny how you suddenly become a gamer when you go out and buy the Xbox Series X? You weren't a gamer when you were, shilling for PlayStation. What makes you a gamer is when you buy that Xbox. Wow, it's funny how this thing works, isn't it? I think in my last video, I said that Xbox was going to win the month of June. Didn't I say that, guys? I remember myself saying that in a video where the Sony fanboys wanted to play the Amazon game. Hey, look, Ghost of Tsushima is number one. And we really played the game, did we not? And we started to look and see who really was number one. And Xbox Series X was on top. They tried to play that little game with Ghost of Tsushima, but we really started to see the truth. And people started to get scared. Not me. And I said, Xbox is going to win the month of June. They're going to win this. How could Xbox not win? After that E3 performance, how could they not win? Let's look at it. Starfield, Forza, Halo Infinite, Outer Worlds 2, Captain Jack Sparrow, part of Sea of Thieves. That freaking shout out to EA. EA's Battlefield display. Amazing. Wow. How could they not win? And what's Sony's response? How can they not win when you look at Sony's response? After smoke is settled, after the dust is cleared, when everybody was hyping up Ratchet and Clank, Returnal, Bug Snatch, Destruction Derby, All Stars, Godfall, whatever the hell that a Demon Souls remaster that nobody bought back in 2009. And I'm guessing what higher resolution and higher frame rates was going to appeal to gamers. Still didn't sell. Let's look at it. Let's look on paper what Sony has to offer. How can Xbox not win? Think about it. The appeal at PlayStation is offering you games they promoted last generation. Let me say that again. Last generation, they spent a whole generation promoting some of the worst games known to man. Some of the worst normie games you've ever seen in your entire life. They spent the whole generation. Every E3 was either The Last of Us 2, Horizon, God of War, Death Stranding, Days Gone. Now we are currently moving on to the next generation. And look what they're offering you. God of War, Horizon. And I just saw an article, just like I said on this channel, we're not going to be getting God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn until 2022, 2023. And Sony knew this when they showed you both of those games. They knew this. They didn't just now figure this out. They been knew that they weren't going to have these games ready. So now they're going to try to hold you off with director's cuts of games that they promoted last generation. How can Xbox not lose? No, wait a minute. How can Xbox lose? Excuse me. How can Xbox not win? This is what makes PlayStation the best. A half-grade console that is nowhere near as strong as the Xbox Series X. It's even having problems competing with the Xbox Series S when it pertains to power and frame rate. How can the Xbox not win? The gamers are waking up. I said this many a times on my channel. Gamers are slow, but they're not stupid. They're going to wake up. It's just a matter of time. And they woke up, and guess what? They decided with their wallets. They said, you know what? We're done with PlayStation. We're going to the place with the games. What's even spookier is that bots are buying PlayStation 5. Those Xbox Series X sales are authentic. Isn't that scary? Quote unquote bots are buying PlayStation 5s. People manually got up and bought the Xbox Series X in bulk. I'm thinking about buying 2 of them. No, I won't, and we'll get into it later. I know what that second, the money that I would go to buy Xbox Series X, I know exactly where that money's going. This is historic because I don't even think it's just a simple win. I think it's a landslide from what I saw from the sales. Let's see. And June also got some help from a huge influx of Xbox Series X devices just after E3 industry trade show. the importance of E3. Come on, man. I just really don't understand why we got to do E3 here. I don't understand. I'm a gamer. I just don't understand why we got to show off games for their entire week. I don't understand why they need to do. What they need to do is what Sony's doing. That's what they need to do. What they need to do is show off an entire showcase of showing off indies, multi-plats, and games that will look better on the Xbox Series X and S. That's what Sony needs to do. That's exactly what Sony needs. That's exactly what Microsoft needs to do. They need to do what Sony's doing. It was a complete landslide. There was nothing PlayStation can do to keep up. I saw something here. Year to date hardware console spending. That's all. They can't help but parade around how well everybody's selling. Everybody's selling great. But I want to get to the Xbox. Xbox Series XS was the best-selling hardware platform sales for the dollar month of June. That's a new narrative now. I've never seen that before in gaming history. I've never seen them say this whole dollar sales. The true number one is Nintendo Switch, and it's nowhere close. But in dollar sales for the month of June, Xbox Series X was able to surpass everybody. God dang it, what silly liberal ads. And she's doing some type of wink, like some type of Illuminati wink. You saw that? Well, Switch led in unit sales. This was the best. Here it is. Here's the history here. There's two histories here. I believe that the Xbox Series X will continue to do extremely well in surpassing the PlayStation. How can Xbox not win when you're going up against some of the worst games that were promoted last generation for that piece of crap console that it's hard for me to play games on because the freaking jet engine is so freaking loud? I cannot believe that people. I would never buy a PlayStation 5 if that's the best they got to offer me. Games that I didn't even play. Games that I didn't even buy. Games that nobody bought. Horizon Zero Dawn got destroyed by Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm surprised they came out with a sequel. I would have held my head in shame. And God of War, a game that got Game of the Year, and people are still confused on why. This was the best June ever for Xbox brand in terms of console sales. Incredible. Whoo, this thing's selling. The Xbox Series X is selling. This thing is moving. Who's in third place now, huh? Who's the third place console now, huh? This is incredible. This is incredible. Outstanding. Makes me proud to name this podcast X-Tendo now, huh? It makes sense now, huh? I was a troll a week ago. And I've been watching that comment section and people are still not giving me my props. What's going on in there? Did I not predict this? Yes or no? Sony lives for MPD. Not this month. Not this month. Doesn't have a chance this month. I don't think they have a chance next month. The hell we got to look forward to after that display from that state of play. I believe that was last week. A lot of people are turned off, man. Was that July? A lot of people were turned on. People were coming to me talking about, man, I finally understand what you mean. What do you mean you finally understand what I mean? I've been so freaking accurate on this channel. I was right about Kojima. I was right about the Nintendo Switch. I was right about the Xbox Series X. I was right about the PlayStation brand. I mean, like, how much more do I got to prove? If I was another race, I would be considered a god right now. People will be coming here and washing my feet, asking me to turn the water into wine. But since the image of Christ is of a color of a man who isn't my color, we can never believe that Christ will come through an African-American boy. Am I saying I'm Christ? No. I don't want that responsibility, but I am the Most High's chosen. Yo, let's keep it 100, yo. 100 is in the building. We did it, 100. We did it, brother. We did it. Yeah, 100 is here. He's a good man. Solid man. There's one thing that 100 said that made me proud. Make me knew that he was different compared to the others. He said, I play all games. When he said that, I said, I rocks with this dude heavy. I hate when people go, that's not my type. Like, what are you doing here? What are you doing accumulating the hours of podcasts? What are you doing spending all of the money? What are you doing here if that's not your type of game? But 100, he was the only one out of that podcast. He was like, yo, I play all. I said, that's my dude right there. Oh, God. Wow. It's exciting. Amazing times, great times. It's an excellent time to be a gamer. And like I said, this is the best time in gaming ever. This is the best ever. I've never seen gaming this good. And I grew up in some pretty good eras. I had an outstanding time with the PlayStation, the Game Boy Color, the PSP, the PlayStation 2, the Xbox, original Xbox 360, Dreamcast, all great eras, but I don't think anything comes close to this. Could you imagine me at 10 years old with the devices that I have now? 10-year-old me will be going crazy. They would label me some type of, I would have some type of problem. Oh my God. And it was crazy in my era. Don't get the game twisted. We had the cartoons. We had way more distractions. But to give me Game Pass at 10 years old, to give me the Nintendo Switch at 10 years old, I think even 10-year-old me would not even like PlayStation. Even 10-year-old me wouldn't like PlayStation. I'd be like, what the hell? What is this garbage? Why am I playing another samey game with his same gameplay? A bow and arrow. Walking, talking, movies. I know 10-year-old me would never play anything like this. I grew up in an era where games were games. I grew up in an era where video games were video games. There were no movie games in sight. That's why when I look at this garbage now, I'll be like, what in the hell is this? I'm not a graphics guy. I'm a guy that can appreciate art. But when you're doing photorealistic, that's not art. I can appreciate the art of Nino Kuni. I can appreciate the art of Monster Hunter Stories. I can appreciate the art of Tales of Vesperia. But there's nothing artistic about photorealistic to me. I would never go to a museum to look at pictures of people I can look at walking around the museum. I'm looking for a way to escape. And I can't escape when you're pushing the same liberal garbage in the real world in my video games. In my video games. It's freaking toxic. How can Xbox not win? When every game shown were games you actually wanted to play. Who the hell wants to play Returnal? Some type of commercial trying to play on this page. Let me get out of here. Get rid of this ad. Here it is. Who the hell wants to play Ratchet and Clank? Who in their right mind said, oh my God. What's funny is you never hear nobody say, man, we need to get some sequels popping off for Bug Snatch, man. I really would like to get a sequel to this. I heard people, when The Last of Us 2 was announced as a sequel, people were like, I really didn't need a sequel. It kind of would, you. Games you actually, I actually want to play Starfield. I actually really want to be traversing other planets and collecting new armor sets and going through outer space and fighting aliens and human-like humanoids or cyborgs and jumping into my spaceship and traversing different galaxies. Then I got quick resume or whatever the feature is over there at the Xbox, and I could stop my game mid-gameplay, and I could jump and, yo, we on Battlefield 6. Bow, we on Battlefield. All I gotta do is press one single button. The game saves and pauses as is, and then boom, you're right in the battlefield. And then my first thing I'm gonna do when I get Battlefield 6 for the Xbox Series X, I am taking a car, I'm putting it in an elevator, I'm taking it to the top of the roof, and I'm driving said car off into a helicopter. I'm going to jump out before the car hits the helicopter. I'm going to do some type of paraglide back to the ground. And I'm taking somebody with me while I'm shooting, when I'm on the way down. After you're playing the Battlefield, all right, Battlefield night's over. Boom, we're jumping into the new anime game, huh? After that, we're jumping into the hundreds upon hundreds of games that you get access to with Game Pass for only $9.99 a month. Huh? I have a stack of Western RPGs. A stack. I have so many Western RPGs. I don't even think I'm going to be able to get to finish them all in this lifetime. I'm going to need about 3 or 4 lifetimes to come back. I'm going to have to reincarnate 3 or 4 times to finish those games. Meanwhile, when you play a PlayStation exclusive, notice that the game never goes past 2 days. Till this day, I have not met one, and I mean I have not met one Sony fanboy that was able to show me gameplay footage weeks, if not weeks, months after playing. Only 2 days of life, and it's already going directly back to the place that they bought it, into the bargain bin. How can Xbox not win? Two days. Returnal, 2 days, dead. Ratchet and Clank, I didn't hear jack. They keep sitting here talking. These cowards, right? These cowards were like, oh my God, Ratchet and Clank. Here we go. Hold on. You think I'm lying? I got to show you the proof because you still think this is a troll channel. I still haven't seen not one person give me props in that comment section. This video's been on for an hour. It was trolling last week. Look at this, guys. Look at these cowards in the gaming media. Where are the numbers? Give us the numbers. Man. Stupid Streamlabs. Oh, look at this, guys. Good luck, Sony, trying to compete with this lineup in the next few years. Forza Motorsport, Avowed, Indiana Jones, State of Decay, Perfect Dark, Fable, Elder Scrolls 6, Outer Worlds 2, The Ascent, Scorn, Warhammer, The Gunk, Redfall, Forza Horizon 5, Gear 6, Halo Infinite. Ooh, they got more down here. Hellblade 2, Flight Simulator, Contraband, Compulsion, Coalition, Bright, Project Mar. I don't know those games. I do know these games. And I am going to. I know the one I'm going to play the most is Avowed. I'm looking forward to see some Indiana Jones gameplay. Say the K3 looks promising. If it's going to be like the previous games. Forza 5, can't wait to play that. Gear 6, Halo, can't wait. Redfall, looking forward to. I think that might be some type of Left 4 Dead type of thing. We got a lot to talk about this week, guys. We didn't even get started yet. I might pull a Sony fanboy and do a 3 to 4 hour podcast like I don't got games to play. If you're doing a podcast that is over 2 hours long, you don't have games to play. No wonder these Xbox podcasts, I try to get into these Xbox fans podcasts. They're so short. All right, guys, this week, and then boom. All right, thank you. Come back next week. You're like, hey, I didn't even get started yet. They got games to play. They got $9.99. Well, it's not $9.99's worth. It's over thousands of dollars worth, but they got access to hundreds of games for $9.99. Their podcast they're barely 10 minutes long. Like this ain't a podcast. This is an update. I'm sorry. I make myself laugh. I really do. Ratchet and Clank ripped apart, topped the U.S. software sales chart for June and what was the all-time largest month for this series on record. And yet those cowards still can't give us the numbers. What's the numbers? What's the numbers? How much did it sell? How much did it sell? Insomniac, come on your Twitter and post it. How much did you make? Telling me that you outsold Ratchet and Clank means nothing. The original Ratchet and Clank games sold like toilet water. This is a nothing burger. This is nothing. This is nothing. This means nothing. Give me the numbers. Give me the freaking numbers. I don't care that you outsold the original Ratchet and Clanks. They sold like trash. Speaking of selling, because like I am a conspiracy theorist to a degree. And I came up with my own conspiracy because in my head, things don't add up. we parade around the PlayStation 4. We can't parade the PlayStation 5 numbers no more because it's losing to Xbox and PlayStation. But for that last console generation, we paraded those numbers around like it was God's gift to man, even though it barely reached the top 10 in console sales. Even though the sales came to a screeching halt as soon as the Nintendo Switch came out. But I got this weird conspiracy theory that I believe PlayStation is buying their own product. The reason I had that theory is because I remember years ago, this has nothing to do with PlayStation, but it does have something to do with Sony. And I remember I saw entertainers were buying their own CDs. And, you know, Sony has a somewhat of a share when it pertains to music, and these entertainers, they own a lot of entertainers. And I used to see these guys buy their own CDs to kind of fluctuate the numbers. So that's one of the reasons why I came up with this theory of mine. Not only that, the console sales compared to the game sales are just not adding up. These game sales are selling to the point where it's like a console that sold like 20 million. And yes, when you go out and you can run out and say, oh, we sold this much, even though we saw the bots do it. We saw the bots do it, did we not? We saw the bots do it, did we not? So more of my conspiracy started to come into fruition, more and more and more and more. But check it out. This is something that's totally all about the congratulations of the Xbox Series X. But I want you to see something that popped up on my timeline. I know things don't pop up on my timeline for it's just no reason. Everything happens by reason. Check this out. Let me know if my conspiracy theory is a little loony when you hear this. Another warehouse of PlayStations were found. Thousands of PS4 Pros were discovered in a warehouse mining cryptocurrency with stolen electricity.
Crazy story at the intersection of cryptocurrency and gaming. The Ukrainian security service, which is kind of like their FBI, discovered thousands of PS4 Pros in a warehouse in these server arrays like you see in the picture, all mining cryptocurrency. Now, what's interesting is that all of these were in a warehouse right next door to an energy distribution company. And this warehouse was using a whole bunch of special electric meters to hide how much it was using, which is apparently almost $250,000 worth of electricity. And they're not even ruling out the fact that the power company may have been the one mining cryptocurrency. But of course, the power manufacturer says we would absolutely never do that. So
the PlayStation 4 fans, they really hold those numbers up high, but this is another warehouse. Another warehouse? Okay, I'll give you. I didn't give you a pass on the first warehouse. I thought that was really suspicious over there in the UK. I believe I did the information. I did a video on it. If you didn't see it, go back to the videos. I did a video on. It was just a random warehouse with PS5s stacked to the brim there. They were able to buy PS5s there at that warehouse. Me and my people behind the scenes, we did some coordinate shopping, and just like how they were saying that this building was tied with another building, I'm pretty sure if you direct all these buildings tied back to who it really came from, I guaranteed you it would come from Sony. It has nothing to do with anything. It has something to do with console sold. But it has something to do with my theory, my conspiracy theory. Not only that, it has something to do with, should we really trust the PlayStation now? PlayStation sales Now, at this point, fans are not buying these consoles. They're using them for some type of cryptocurrency. Things are getting spooky. I told you the Most High was going to start slowly but surely giving me information to my theory. Something's weird is going on over there at Sony, and it's not adding up. Sales are not adding up. They're scamming PlayStation 5s and using the PlayStations to do some type of scamming cryptocurrency. We got a lot to talk about, guys, and I'm going to try to quickly get you up out of here because I know Xbox and Nintendo fans have games to play. Thought that was interesting. The PlayStation 5 hasn't been out for more than 6 months, and they're already running some type of marketing scam over there at Jeopardy. They already got a list of questions already set up for this piece of crap console. Hasn't even been out a year yet. And Sony is desperately trying to make it seem like the PlayStation 5 is so popular that it's on Jeopardy. Something is not adding up. What kind of stupid questions are you going to ask? What console is weaker than the Xbox Series X? What console doesn't offer you Game Pass and offer access over hundreds of games? What console is offering you some of the worst games known to man, and yet the PlayStation fanboys believe that these new games are better than the catalog of games that have been coming out for over 30 to 40 years now? If I'm a smart gamer, I'm going to do this. Wait. You offer me Xbox Game Pass, and you offer me access to games, some of the best games known to man, for barely over $600 compared to the PlayStation 5. You're paying for a console that's weaker than the current consoles that's on the current market. It's a weaker console than this new handheld console they got coming out. The games are all $70 and are some of the worst games known to man. The main appeal of this stupid console is its controller. The fanboys are so freaking toxic. The gaming media is ruined gaming media. And Jim Ryan cannot stop lying. Were those the questions that were asked at Jeopardy? I'm curious to see what questions were asked now. Because if those weren't the questions that were asked, this is a farce. We got more notes. Looks like The Last of Us 2 has been permanently discounted on the PlayStation Store. Animal Crossing has came out months, if not weeks, before The Last of Us 2. And Animal Crossing is still stuck at $60, and it's still outselling The Last of Us 2. Meanwhile, you got a permanent discount for The Last of Us 2, and people still aren't buying it. And yet the gaming media wants to tell you this is the most awarded game ever. And let the gaming media want to tell you this is the greatest game of all time, besides gameplay. It got rewarded for everything else, but not gameplay. I wonder why. Can it even be a video game if it doesn't get rewarded for gameplay? You know what? Something just popped into my head. Remember Ghost is So Crappy won Player's Choice at the Game Awards? This was decided by the players. What? Last year, I can remember that more games made a bigger impact than anything that Sony came out with. Games like Among Us, Fall Guys, Animal Crossing. Those were the 3 games that made the biggest impact in 2020. Fall Guys, Among Us, and Animal Crossing. And yet, nowhere to be found. If this is a true player's choice, you mean to tell me you want me to believe that Ghost of Tsushima won? And not only that, that's the game that they used to create a director's cut. The Video Game Awards was nothing more than just a place for Sony to promote their garbage. I got to check and make sure I'm still live. Sony's coming for me because of the great work I do on this channel. They might cut my stream off. Is everybody all right? How do you guys doing? We got more notes. I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna get you guys back to your games, Xbox and Nintendo guys. Nintendo guys, I know you're over there. You're playing the new Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. You're jumping off of birds and flying in the sky. That's a new feature that'll be added in Zelda Breath of the Wild. Not only that, they made some very, very, very important quality of life features that needed to be added if they were going to do a remaster. I know you guys are going anal canal deep in the new Skyward Sword, right? I can't join you guys. I am still trying to finish off Monster Hunter Stories 2. I believe I'm at the end. I'm at the end of the story mode, but there's still a lot more that I need to do. I got to go in there and get the deviants monsters. I got to go in there and get the elder dragons. I got to go in there and get this monster, that monster. They're going to be DLC that'll be distributed throughout the months. I'll be there. I will be on the Zelda. I just can't make it right now because Zelda, Monster Hunter Stories is freaking lit. What are you guys doing over there at PlayStation? Hey, quiet. I've never seen a community go so silent. I was even deliberately going to pro PlayStation pages, you know. I'm a piece of crap. I know. I was going to these pages and I was looking to see, I'm in there like this. I'm in there typing, putting in everybody's name, searching. I was going to use them, but I know people are real sensitive, so I wasn't going to do that. From the day that Xbox One to now, these cats acting like they're into other stuff. Oh my God, man. I'm watching the new Space Jam, man. Oh my God, Space Jam, man. I'm like, Space Jam? What the hell? Yo, hey. Yo, I just got the high score, man. I got the new high score in a multi-plat. Hey, I'm playing, catching up on my Call of Duty, man. Now they're catching up on their games, their backlog. Now they're a pleasure to be around. You know what I mean? Ever since my PlayStation got their butt kicked for the month of June. Now they're like, oh man, yo, right? Was that a comment? Now they're looking up. Now they're outside. Was that a comet or a spaceship? What was that? Oh, fireworks. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now they're trying out different meals at restaurants. Oh my God. The McRib is back. Taking pictures with the McRib. Lord knows what's in that McRib, right? And these idiots are eating it. I told you guys years ago what's in those fast food meals. That's not real food you're eating. I told you guys that. And I'm not even talking about soy. I'm not talking about, listen, I'm saying things that are going to get my channel banned. But listen, these are things I used to say back in the day. That's not real food. You know what that is? That's human meat. You guys are eating African Americans, grounded up Negroes. I told you that. And I'm not trolling. Y'all looking for Joe right? Where's Joe? I haven't seen Joe in weeks. He's a hamburger. That's where he's at. Phil Spencer is envisioning a diverse portfolio of games, a gaming experience as part of the Xbox strategy. A diverse portfolio. Meanwhile, Sony said they're only focusing for the hardcore gamer. Even though I saw an article where they said, Insomniac said they weren't focusing on the hardcore gamer. Did I save that? Oh, Zobi, you idiot. If you didn't save that, I didn't save it. You won't believe me unless you see it. Or it's considered trolling. Even if you do see it, it's a troll. Damn it. Who had that article? Was it J-Rock? I don't think it was J-Rock. Let me check. Hold on. J-Rock, do you got it? Wait a minute. I got to see this. Hold on. Oh, yeah, they were you Sony fanboys. There's quick to look you up on Xbox and the PlayStation. Why aren't these guys playing games? Why are they more focused of finding you on stop? You know, yo, look at my trophies. They're some of the easiest trophies to get. They're Sony exclusives. They're so freaking easy to get the platinum. Sony even admitted that they were making their trophies easy to get. The trophy thing is a big scam. Oh, was it J-Rock? Did he have it? I don't think J-Rock had it. It was somebody else. Even though they said they wanted to dedicate to the hardcore gamer, man, they came out and they said Ratchet and Clank wasn't made for the hardcore. We're getting away from the hardcore gamer. Not only that, Jim Ryan, I believe, came out and said he just wants to focus on Hollywood games. Let me see if I have that. Zobi, you didn't say that either? Zobi, you are a true weirdo. What was I thinking? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Got a lot of notes here. We're going to get into the Steam Deck versus the Nintendo Switch as well. You're going to want to stick around for that. Yeah, Jim Ryan, he's capping now. Talking about we're going to get into that, but hold on. I thought I saved it. Damn it! You are a fool. Look at me playing games. Huh? Zobi said that you are a true fool. Why didn't you say that? I thought I did. Well, if you did, then why is it not here? I don't know. See, that's how you know somebody's crazy. When they talk to themselves and then they answer themselves. I don't know. I thought I saved it. Man, you are a fool, Zobi. I'm usually I was so wrapped up in my my game that it really knocked me off my square. It knocked me off of my square. I'm so sorry, guys. Fudge! Jim Ryan said that he only wants to make games that he likes, and that's Hollywood experiences. Oh, J-Rock. I know J-Rock's got it. J-Rock's going to save the day, as he always does. You guys have to see this because you guys aren't going to believe me. You're going to think it's trolling, even though I have a solid record of always being right. You guys won't believe me. I wonder why. Oh, my God. Come on, J-Rock. Everybody follow J-Rock, please. If you're not already following him. Oh, that's funny. Oh, man. I got to stop the show, guys. I got to find this because you won't believe me. Damn it. Damn it, J-Rock. What's Umar Johnson doing? Damn it. It's gone. Screw it. We'll move on. How's the chat room doing? Let me check out my chat room, goons. Make sure everybody's good. Everybody good? Everybody good? Wow. Ooh. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay, chat room. Should I go straight to the Steam Deck, or should I just keep piling it on Sony? Jim Ryan says players only remember the best games. That's true. And I don't remember none of your garbage games. Only reason I remember them because you've been promoting the stupid games for the past 6 or 7 E3s. And now you're about to resell the same games as a director's cut and or some type of crappy sequel that nobody wants. We are literally about to get another generation of Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War. Are you freaking kidding me? We won't even have the variety that we got when it pertains to like what's the game with the girl that can float around, sold like water? No, excuse me, water sells better than that. Sold like cardboard paper. Oh man, what it hold on, guys. Where's my chat room? The game where the girls are floating around. Yo! Lucan Lunker. Your entertainment is entertaining as always, Obi. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Lucan. Gravity Rush. Thank you. Thank you, Lucan, so much. Thank you. It's about time somebody starts appreciating my work around here. Gravity Rush. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, now people want to get violent now. Okay. Whoa. The same garbage that didn't sell the. Wow. Okay, chat room. You guys are turning up. I was concerned at first. I was like, are they even turning up down there? Yeah, they're turning up. Thank you so much, Z Diddy. Jim Ryan says players only remember the best games. Now, what games do we remember from you? The only reason we remember these games is because first these are the only games that we're getting. And you've been promoting these games. I'm afraid to even check what the budget is. The budget had to be poor because you're no longer want to attend E3. You want to take all this money from any developers. You want to take $25,000 just to put their games on your crappy store. I wouldn't even want to put my games on that slow ass store. It's hard to navigate through that damn store. Why would somebody pay $25,000 to be promoted on that stupid store? If you move too fast, the thing will freeze up and you lock your console will lock up and shut off. You'll be like, what happened? I can't stand going through that store looking for games. You know what I'm talking about? You go in and you start pressing down. All of a sudden the thing stops and you're like, what is going on here? What? There's some type of lag. You hit the button, the damn thing don't move, and then 5 seconds later it moves. You'd be like, oh my God. They're charging $25,000 for this? I'd rather take my product over there to Xbox, man, where I know I'm going to make some money. Where I know people are going to get access to my games for $9.99 a month. I'd rather put my games on a Nintendo Switch. It just seems like whatever comes on a Nintendo Switch sells like holy water. Players only remember the best games. You're an idiot. You don't remember your best games. You shut down the studio that made your best games. Everybody's asking for Bloodborne. Where's that at? I don't know why. No, what you guys want is Ratchet and Clank. Woo! What an idiot. What else before I get into the Steam Deck and the Friendo Switch? What else? I don't see anything. I see Steam Deck. Steam Deck. I took a lot of Steam Deck information. That was going to initially be the podcast, but we had some glitches and technical difficulties. God of War Ragnarok will release in the next year or so. Jim Ryan, what a fraud. Horizon is also delayed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, it was so bad that that win was so victorious for Xbox that it gotten so bad, it gotten so toxic that Xbox had to respond. The Xbox Twitter had to respond to the PlayStation fanboys because it got so freaking toxic on the day that Xbox finally won. How could they not win? To the people in our reply saying PS5 is better, the best console is the one you enjoy playing. Have fun. Say that one more time because that was a hard shot. That was not a regular shot. This isn't just some regular, we aim low, they aim high type of, you know what I mean? When they go low, we some type of Michelle Obama narrative that they got going on over at Microsoft. This was a shot beyond shots, and I don't think anybody caught it. To the people in our reply saying PS5 is better, the best console is the one you enjoy playing. Have fun. Even Xbox is hip to that these PlayStation fanboys ain't playing their freaking games. The PlayStation fanboys would rather be on social media than actually playing their PlayStation 5. Even Xbox is aware of this. I'm telling you, when their new exclusives come out, it doesn't last longer than 2 days. I'm still playing Monster Hunter, and that game has been out for over 2 years now. Monster Hunter Stories, that came out like, what, 2 months ago? I'm talking about when the demo dropped. I'm still playing it. It's to the point now where you guys are getting agitated because I'm posting so many clips on my Twitter. You guys aren't liking the post anymore. I can tell you're getting annoyed. But I'm sorry, I'm a gamer. That's what gamers do. That's what we're here for, to play games, right? What are you annoyed that I'm showing you games? Damn, man, what the hell? What are you playing games? I remember that happened to me one time. I remember I was hyping up Monster Hunter back in the day, but way before everybody else got hip to Monster Hunter. That's another thing I got right. Way before everybody was hip to Monster Hunter in Japanese games. Oh man, so many things I got right on this channel. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I was the bad guy. I was the troll when I was hyping these things up. And now everybody wants Japanese games, huh? Except for Sony. Yeah. Even Microsoft is saying, go play your games if you love it so much. Wow. Wow. All right. I think that's it, guys. We can now move on to the second topic, and that is look at me. Look at me playing my games. Look at this. Wee! Woo! Look at me. I'm on my rider. I'm doing my thing. Look at this. I'm on my Zenogre. Yeah! It's like some Power Ranger type stuff. Power Rangers. Look at Zenogre. Boom! This is the dope part right here. That is lit. This game is lit. I'm playing this game and I'm like, this game is a little too good. Monster Hunter Stories is like a little too good. I'm like, damn, this game is fun. Where can I start? My thoughts on the new Steam Deck. My authentic thoughts. when it pertains to the Steam Deck. What can I say? Hold on. Before I go here, this slob. Before I get on this slob right here. I don't trust slobs. I'm sorry. If you can't keep your appearance together, I don't trust you. Especially if you're talking about gaming. I never even seen this guy even gaming to even have an opinion. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I got to find a way to get these notes a lot better, but all I have right now is, come on, man. Go back. We got time for you to sit here and sit to your little bookmarks, man. Get to the point, man. You know? Oh, this is something else I wanted to talk about. Psychonauts had an easy mode. We'll talk about that later. I can always spot a fake gamer. Always spot a fake gamer. I wanted to get to the specs. Where are the specs? I thought I saved that. I could have sworn I saved a lot of stuff. Twitter's deleting my stuff. Twitter's deleting my things. Because I swore I'd be saving this stuff. It had all the specs. Oh, damn. Why did I save it? I apologize, guy. I want to talk about the Steam Deck versus the Nintendo Switch. I want to talk about it. There's 3 different models. There's the 64 gigabyte model for $399, the 256 gigabyte model for $529, and there's a 512 gigabyte model for $649. But there were some specs here. There was some specs. I got to get to those specs. Bro, where are they? I swore I saved this. Now I'm starting to think Sony's going and hacking my Twitter. You know they're doing that now. You know they're going into your accounts, and if they whatever they deem that you don't they don't like, they're gonna start blocking it. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, I am. That Monster Hunter story really knocked me off my block, yo. Oh, here it is. Steam Deck specs. Here we go, guys. You guys are ready? You guys ready? Let me talk about the Steam Deck. What do I think? AMD APU, CPU Zen 2 4 GPU 8 RDNA 2 ECU, APU power 4-15. Listen, the point I'm trying to say is I don't give a damn about none of that stuff. I don't even know what it is. I'm literally reading Japanese right now. I don't know what this is. And I'm a little concerned that the average gamer knows what the hell this is. I'm concerned. They're more interested in these little numbers and all that more than they're actually interested in video games. It's terrifying to see where the gaming community has gone so far. And this right here, these little numbers that I don't understand, this is what makes it better than Nintendo Switch. Now, you probably think I'm against this because of my rant just now. But I'm not. I'm for the Steam Deck. I think it's incredible. Let me get back to my notes. Hold on, let me see if I can stay here. I think this thing is dope. I think it's awesome. I support it. I get behind it. I'm there. If I get it, I'm going to get I'm going to go for the $649 one, the 512 gigabyte model. I'm going to go for the best of the best. I don't know what any of that means, but I might as well just go ahead and just pull the trigger and just go all the way. Let me tell you how serious I am with the Steam Deck. Now, I don't mean this as any offense to the Xbox guys when I say this, but I'm going all in on the Steam Deck than I will with the Xbox Series X. I'm going all the way in. Hold on. Hold on. I don't mean any offense towards the Xbox, Microsoft, Phil Spencer, any of that. But I am more, if I go with a console, I'm going to go with the Steam Deck. But before I give my reasons why, I want to tell a story about me, but I'm going to need this guy's Twitter account to tell my story. I think this is Hard 8 Times. I'm not sure. I see the at is hard 8 times, but he's still waiting on next gen. And this is not an attack or a shot on Hard 8. I have nothing against the guy. Handheld gaming is trash. I don't play games on the go. When I'm out, I'm doing something. But y'all okay with these prices? And he's going to the 64 gigabyte model is a joke, and the model is more than the Xbox Series X and the PS5 with a 800p LCD screen. Now, that's good. That's a good thing. You can't do 4K in handheld mode because you're gonna kill your eyes. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't have a 4K screen. Whatever. But this top comment right here was disturbing for me, and I wanted to get to the bottom. That was thunder. I wanted to get to I'm all over the place with this thing because I just want people to know that I'm fully for this console, even more than the Xbox Series X. Not only that, you can get access to Game Pass with this console. So it's gonna be like my little portable Xbox, basically. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be able to use the xCloud and everything like that as well. So this will be my portable handheld console. Am I not going to get an Xbox Series X? Yes, I am. But I don't need one when I have a console that's more fitted for me. I am a handheld gamer. I do not like playing in one designated spot anymore. And I believe I've been done ever since the Game Boy Color. When I was a little kid, my Game Boy Color was my best friend. And I took that Game Boy Color everywhere. It was Game Boy Color and Pokemon Gold and Silver. I took it everywhere. Now, I was an old young kid at the time. So I was about 15, 14 years old. I wasn't like some little 7, 8, or 9-year-old. I was an old big kid. 14, 15. I don't think I was 16. 16, no, I wasn't. Game Boy Advance came out when I was 16. But the Game Boy Color was my best friend, and I took it everywhere. And I was sad when the sun would go down and I couldn't see my screen anymore. With that being said, I'm telling you guys, no lie, I can get my cousins and they'll tell you I was in the car with these guys, and they drove the college in my state is Rutgers. We went to Rutgers. We went to a room. We went to a dorm that was nothing but girls. I had my Game Boy Color, and I played with all those girls around me. They were a lot older than me, but they were gorgeous. They had this one girl they called Pocahontas. She was beautiful. It was all types of girls. And I was playing that Game Boy Color while these guys were talking to the girls. Playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. And I needed to collect that Pokemon. I had to level this guy up. I had to take that guy out. Because back in the day, there wasn't this whole experience share. You had to literally have one Pokemon in the party, level him up, take him up, and put it up. You know what I mean? And that right there is my point. The point I'm trying to make. I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to make a point. I believe when people say handheld gaming is trash, I don't play games on the go. I feel like that's the experience that I had is what made me not care what other people think with the Game Boy Color. And I believe that when people say that they don't play their console on the go, I think they feel like if I was to pull this console out, people would think negative of me. And they probably do. Because when I was at that college at Rutgers, there was this Hispanic kid. He was there in the room with us. He walked up to me and he said, "You know what? I am jealous of you. Because I wish I can do what you're doing right now." And I was playing my Game Boy and not caring about anything or what anybody thought about me. And the thing that was crazy was I was playing my Game Boy and the girls who were older than me, my cousin lied and said I was coming to the school next year. The girls were still interested in me. There was this one Caucasian girl into me hard. There was the Pocahontas girl who was gorgeous. She was like, "Bye, Zoe." I remember we were leaving and they told her my name was Zoe. And she just kept saying, "Zoe, Zoe, 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 Zoe," right? I was leaving. She was like, "Bye, Zoe." And my boy, he was like, "Yo, Zoe. Ooh, that's what's up, man. You the man, bro." I didn't say not one word. All I did was play my Game Boy. So at that key moment in time, I've never cared about what anybody thought when I pulled my Game Boy out and I was doing my laundry. Excuse me. This is today. When I was pulling out my 3DS and I was doing my laundry, when I was pulling up my PSP and I was at work, when I was pulling out the Vita and I was at a female's house waiting for her to get ready, when I pulled my Switch out and I'm at the doctor's office, there were plenty of times I pulled out my Game Boy and I was at the barber's shop. So when I hear people talk like handheld gaming is trash, I don't play games on the go, I think there's a deeper psychological meaning for that. I think these people who claim to be whoever they claim to be are really showing you their true insecurities. And that's okay. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not saying I'm smart because I'm out in the real world playing my Game Boy or I'm better than you. Not saying that at all. But when I hear people say, "I mean, I don't play my games on the go," that's weird because to me, a 14-year-old kid playing his Game Boy on the go, it's what I did. It's what I still do to this day. I love, love, love handheld gaming. I love it. I think it's the greatest invention ever. And shout out to LeBron James. He started off his movie, this new Space Jam movie. He started it off with the Game Boy. He's about a year or so older than me, so he knows. Started off with the Game Boy. shout out to LeBron James. I don't like him, but that scene right there was very important because it's very important because it's the same thing. I was playing the Game Boy, and then everybody told me I needed to focus on basketball. I need to focus on my schoolwork. I needed to focus on this. That beginning scene was very pivotal for me. It's weird. It's weird to hear people say that they claim that they're gamers, that really started playing games or only played Madden, NBA Live, and then started taking gaming seriously with the whole YouTube era of gaming, trying to tell other people that this is a joke. Gamers play games. We don't need no specific place or area to play it. If it's time to game, we game. It could be wall ball, jump rope, tic-tac-toe, in the cement, tag. I'm not going to be like, man, nah, man, whoa. We can't play tag here, man. I don't like playing tag here in this gym. I like to be outside in the air with the... These are your heroes. These are the guys that never got it right. Never got it right. I'm on board with the Steam Deck. Steam Deck is going to be offering you a lot of games that are not on the Nintendo Switch. There are a lot of JRPGs that I wish that were on the Nintendo Switch. Persona 4 Golden, Trails in the Sky, 1, 2, and 3, the prequels. Check this out. This is my sell, and this is what made me want to get an Xbox Series X. I was going to get an Xbox Series X because I wanted to play my Western RPGs. Sometimes I do get kind of annoyed of JRPGs and the formula of a JRPG. And sometimes I want to get away and I actually want to play like a real RPG. And that is the Western RPG. And if there's something you guys do not know about me, I am telling you, I love my Western RPGs, if not better than the JRPG. I remember my first introduction to the Western RPG was Oblivion, and that game changed my life. It changed the game. And I was going to get that Xbox Series X because I wanted to get access to my Western RPGs because the Xbox Series X believes in generations. They believe in preserving gaming history. And you can go back and you can play the Oblivions. You can go back and play the Dragon Age Origins. You can go back and play the Fallout 3s, the Fallout New Vegases. Upgraded and uprised and optimized. But now I'm going, wait a minute. I love handheld gaming. Should I get the Xbox Series X and sit there dormant? Or should I get a console that can play my Xbox Series games? I can get Game Pass. I can still play with my homies, my Xbox homies in Halo Infinite, Forza, Battlefield. Because Phil Spencer believes in spreading the games out into the PC, which is a beautiful thing. I'm still getting Xbox. I still have to have the physical Xbox in the home. Just in case if I do, I'm not a graphics guy. I do like art. I am an artist. I love art. So better frames than the Nintendo Switch, better gigawatts and gigabytes and 10,000 gigawatts. That sounds hot. But I don't know what that is. And I've played games that had 60 frames per second. I've played games in 4K and it's nothing. It's still nothing to me if the games are even something I want to play. If the games aren't even, in my opinion, aren't even video games. I know what a video game is. I've been playing for over 30 years. Tony Polanco is he's an influencer. I've seen him around. He was one of the guys that there was a lot of people out here that wanted the Nintendo Switch to lose. I believe he was one of them. There was a lot of people out here, these influencers that were coming out here and saying the Nintendo Switch is doomed. I think he even said it again when it pertains to this console. The Nintendo Switch is doomed. It's doomed. It's doomed. Doom and gloom. Doom and gloom. Valve came in and sold the Switch LOD's thunder real quick today, laughing out loud. Yeah, he's one of those Nintendo. He's one of those Nintendo haters. It's one of the guys that believed the Nintendo Switch was going to lose. But if there was one guy, and one guy alone, who is not a fan, I am nobody's fan. I just don't like PlayStation. I would like PlayStation if they offered me the games that I want to play, but I don't want to play those games. Those are garbage. I get real emotional just thinking about where PlayStation has gone. This the same way that the Game Boy Color was a big influence in my life, and the way that I play games today is the same feeling that PlayStation gave me. And PlayStation 1 was what I know you guys started with YouTube, the YouTube era. I started all the way back on the PS1, and it wasn't Madden or NBA Live. It was like it was Parappa the Rapper, Xenogears. And it's sad. It's sad to see where the PlayStation is now. It's sad that we have a guy that looks 80 years old. Google says he's 50. It's sad that we're making games that he wants, and he wants the Hollywood experience when it pertains to his games. It's sad that they closed down the Japanese studio. It's really sad. It hurts my heart. And it really hurts my heart and when people try to tell me that I'm not allowed to feel this way, or I'm not allowed to come at Sony, or I'm beating up on a dead horse right now. Let's move on. No, I'm not moving on. Sony has created an enemy for life. And Sony's Zombie 70 does not lighten up on somebody just because they lost. I'm not lightening up on Sony. Hey, man, you're beating a dead horse, man. It's time to move on, man. Let's talk about some games. I do talk about games. But when I talk about them, y'all don't want to talk. Y'all ready? I'll be leaving. I bore you when I talk about video games. The donations aren't coming in and saying I'm an inspiration. Oh, your videos are great. Once I start talking about games, everybody starts getting bored. So I'm going to talk about my second best hobby, and it's PlayStation. Zombie 70 does not lighten up. I'm sorry, I don't lighten up. I tighten up. Zombie 70 loves to kick a man while he's down. I love it. I'm sorry. I'm evil. I'm evil in that way, man. I know you guys think I'm a nice guy. Trust me. I kick a man while he's down, and I continue to keep kicking. I'll tie his ass to a vehicle, and I'll drag him down the fucking street. I will not stop getting at PlayStation until I no longer see that brand on planet Earth. Even if they leave and they start pulling the Sega route and making games for other consoles, I'm still going to bash PlayStation. Even if they stop, I'm going to always find a way to bring up the failure that was PlayStation. Please don't tell me to lighten up, sir. You lighten up. I tighten up. Anyway, I'm all over the place. Nintendo's in big trouble. Let's get to the verses. I'm sold. I'm there. I'm buying it over the Xbox Series X. Not that I think that it's a better console than the Xbox Series X. It's just at the end of the day, I'm going to be able to play my Western RPGs on the go. I'm weird that way. I'm silly that way. I don't give a goddamn what all these people think about me playing my video games at the barbershop. I don't care. You're a loser and you're a slob. You have 5 kids and you're paying 5 different baby mamas. You go to a job where your boss is probably a female and she's yelling at you all day. You probably grew up 6 to 1 bed. You probably didn't grow up with a father. You probably had to pluck roaches out of the cereal box. I didn't. I had a bedroom to myself. That was my sanctuary. I took sheets and created forts in my room. Tents in my room. I had all the toys. Every single toy. Every single Ninja Turtle toy. All of them. I didn't even want a video game console. My father brought in the consoles into my house, and I finally clicked with the PlayStation. I had a slide in my room. A slide. I told my mom that. I said, Mom, remember you put a slide in the room? Cable. Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. Stayed on one channel. Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. Occasionally, every Saturday, Saturday morning cartoons. Every Friday, TGIF. I used to hate going to the movie theaters back then because it was taking me away from my action figures and my cartoons. I didn't grow up a life where I had to feel like I needed to be cool. I do what I think is cool. And if you don't think it's cool, then I think you're not cool. That has always been my belief. It's always been my philosophy. Since the age of 3 years old, I never cared about anybody teasing me because of what I wanted to do, what I thought was cool. There was a comic book shop down the street, a movie theaters. I didn't like that too much. Toys R Us right around the corner, right up the block. Toys R Us, a McDonald's right next door. Every time that my mom and my father took us outside, me and my sister would go, Toys R Us, Toys R Us, Toys R Us, Toys R Us. My mom would stop at Toys R Us. She didn't tell us to shut up. She said, pulled up at Toys R Us, and we were like, yeah. She said, you can get one toy. You can get one toy. And that's it. One toy. We would get one toy each. Get in the car, and we knew McDonald's was right next door. McDonald's, 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 McDonald's. My mom would pull up in that McDonald's. The only bad side was I couldn't get the kids' meal. I was like 5 and I couldn't get. My mom took me off of that kids' meal fast. She said, no kids' meal. You have to get a man's meal. You're a man, get a man's meal. Even my action figures, I couldn't get. I wanted to get the Denver. I don't know if you guys ever. I'm ranting. I'm sorry. But please let me rant because I want you guys to understand the mind of Zobi 70 and the mind of these people claiming to be gamers. that does this. I wanted the kids. My mom said I had to get the man's mail. Even when I bought my toy, I wanted to get the Denver the Last Dinosaur. It's an old school cartoon. It was like Captain Planet, Scooby-Doo type of cartoon. There was a stuffed animal, and my mom didn't want me on that Fugazi stuff. My mom didn't even allow me, if it was a girl toy, she wouldn't even let me imitate the girl's voice. I was in the room playing with my sister with some toys, and we were sprinkling all the toys together, the Barbies and all that together, and the action figures and the G.I. Joes with the Kung Fu grip. I would go, hey, what's up, guys? My mom said, hey, what's going on in here? Boy, I'm playing with a girl action figure. Play with something else. Get those dolls out of here. Use a man's voice when you're talking with that. Yeah, my mom wasn't on that Fugazi stuff. A lot of these moms now are pushing their kids into being more feminine. My mom had so much respect from my father, she wouldn't even allow any of that in the house. Nothing but respect. Nothing but respect. I love those two people, my mom and father. If it wasn't for them, there would be no Zobi 70. They allowed me to be a kid, a Toys R Us kid. That's why I have no ego when I come on this bad boy and I talk about video games. For all these years, when you've been bashing me because I liked my weeby games, my Japanese games, my colorful games, this and that, I didn't want the blood. I never cared. Now it's everything that everybody wants now. But I never cared what none of y'all thought. Y'all weren't cool to me. I didn't look to you guys for the definition of what cool is. I opened this channel up and I called it Cool Nerds. What you see now on my channel, from when I started it with toys, anime, cartoons, video games. So when I hear people say, man, I ain't no handheld gamer, that's only because you're afraid to be a gamer in public. And that's pathetic. You claim to be gamers, but you scared to be a gamer? What kind of bull crap is this? I'm surprised nobody can see this. How could you see it? How could you see it when you're the same as them? You go around people and you're afraid to talk gaming around people in the real world, man. I remember every day I was just looking for any random gamer to talk about Xenogears with way before the internet. Couldn't find not one soul. I remember the girls used to tease me because I was sitting there talking about Pokemon. Nintendo's in big trouble with the new Steam handheld. We've seen time again how devastatingly effective going up against their portable systems with a more powerful, more expensive device. I'm not sure if this guy is joking or if this guy's serious. I don't know. Is he trolling? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if he's trolling or if he's being serious. Because this comment is just totally not true whatsoever. What dimension did this weirdo come from? If he actually believes this. Like I said, I go all the way back to the Game Boy. I've never seen a Nintendo handheld take an L. Never. What the hell is this guy talking about if he's not trolling? I hope he's being sarcastic. I go all the way back to the Game Boy, where the Game Boy was going up against the Sega Game Gear. Game Gear was more expensive, more powerful. Game Boy destroyed it. The Game Boy is nothing more than some type of ancient relic. The Game Gear was, I wanted to support it, but it was garbage. Give how much damn power you got. You took that L, Sega, going up against Nintendo. I remember when the PSP came. PSP got his ass handed to it. Against I want to believe the Game Boy Advance at the time. Destroyed. PSP was more powerful. You were able to put music in there, photos, pictures in there. You were able to go watch. You could be able to go on the internet and look at. I was looking at dirty sites. I was looking at these little shady sites with my PSP. I love my PSP. Got destroyed. The Vita came out with the OLED screen. This is years ago. The memory, the power all behind that little console, that PlayStation Vita was powerful. Going up against the DS. The Vita got destroyed so bad by Nintendo that Sony says, we are never making another handheld console ever again. Ever again. This is directly from Sony's lips. We got our butts kicked so bad by the Nintendo, we will never make another console ever again. Now there's a new competitor on the market. And everybody believes that the new Switch Steam Deck is coming in and it's taking away all Nintendo's thunder. It's got all this power. It's what the Switch Pro should have been. And yada, 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 and bang, 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 and and ooh, ooh, ooh. But I'm sorry, this console has no chance. No chance. That's what you got. But that was another thing. That was my childhood, watching that WWE Attitude Era. The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, DX. That was wild. But I am buying day one. There is no console war here. There is no console war. The only people that were making a console war out of it, people that I really, really wouldn't consider to be necessarily gamers. And I mean that with no disrespect for anybody that was trying to make a console war out of this thing. There is none. There is none. And trust me, if you do want to make this a console war, get out. Don't do it. Don't play this game. Don't do it. It's going to make you look really, really, really stupid. Do not underestimate the power of Nintendo. Y'all had y'all find that one day. Oh, yeah, it's powerful. Look at this. It's so powerful, man. This is what the Switch should have been. This stole the Switch OLED's number. You know. But you can't, you ain't going to stop Nintendo. You ain't going to stop the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch is already en route to outselling the PlayStation 2 and the Nintendo DS combined. Nothing's going to stop this thing. The Nintendo Switch is on a locomotive that is going straight to hell. And I'm guiding the train. There is no competition. There is no competition. Even though I'm buying it. Day one. Not because of the power and the specs and the frame rates and the this and that and the third. No, it's because I can play my Western RPGs on the go. There you go. That's it. Something that I was going to use my Xbox Series X for. Very impressive. Only negative that I have with this console is that there is no physical medium. That's the thing that bothers me. When I mean by, like a physical games, everything will be digital or ran through that Steam store. I'm not sure how long Steam is going to last. If something happens to Steam, I lose all my games. If something happens to my account, I lose all of my games. There's a lot of concerning things when it pertains to this console, when it pertains to my games. Because if I lose my games, I'm going to be freaking pissed. But the beauty of having your physical games is that those are yours. That's your game. I'm still not really totally sold on going digital just because it's more convenient. I'm not looking for conveniency for anything. I'm not looking for more conveniency for nothing. Make it hard. The harder, the better. Make me get up and move to go get my game, except for staying stagnant. That's my only negative that I have with this console. But on paper, it sounds like it's the way to go. But I'm telling you guys, if you want to create a console war out of this, back out now. Nintendo is not to be slept on. They've all tried and they've all failed. All of them. It was so bad, Sony said, don't go up against that giant. Everybody wants Sony to come out with a new handheld. Sony, now it's your turn, man. Come on out, man. And Sony's like, why would Sony come out with a console and they're not they don't like Japanese games. They censor all of the Japanese games. Japanese games goes totally against their agenda. And that was one of the reasons why you bought the console and it still didn't sell. What are you going to do? Make Horizon Zero Dawn handheld? That sounds like a nightmare. You can do it with this console, though. I'm not going to play it, but you could play Horizon Zero Dawn with this, but I don't think people are going to be buying this for Horizon Zero Dawn. I do think a lot of people will be buying this to get access to get Xbox Game Pass. They said that Xbox Game Pass can work through this thing. Yeah. Let me say, what's up with my chat room, man? Let me talk to some guys real quick before I get up out of here. You guys still there? I'm babbling. I don't know who's here. Did you guys leave? PC is mostly digital now? Yeah. Sorry, let me highlight you. Anybody got any questions before we get out of here? Any questions about PlayStation losing, getting a butts kicked? Anything about the Steam Deck versus the Nintendo Switch? Any questions? Any gaming questions? If not, we'll get the hell out of here. Yeah, we knew the Vita was out of here. Mm-hmm. Even if it did have a great lineup, which PlayStation consoles never do, you're not going to beat Nintendo. It's not about power. It's not about having all the 10,000 gigawatts. It's not even about the OLED screen. It's just more accessible. It's just something that you can easily just walk into your store, pay a simple price. When those games get announced at the Direct, when it's launch day, people just run out and they consume and consume and consume and consume. You barely even know a game came out if you bought that new Steam Deck. You can't walk up into the stores and you'll be confused by the 3 different price tags. You go, okay, all right, hold on. We got a $3.99. I don't want the Steam Deck to lose, because if I buy this thing, I want it to be successful enough so that I can, they don't just leave the console behind and don't make updates and upgrades and things of that such. Handheld is the future. Well, you know, for me, going all the way back to the Game Boy Color, that's when handheld was my future. I as much as the PSP and the Vita has failed, I love the PSP and the Vita. I love those two consoles. I even like the Vita TV. Vita TV, you can get access, you can play your games on the TV. The PSP games, you can get access to all the classic PlayStation games, all the classic PlayStation games. Do you think the media wants to start a fight between the deck and Switch? I didn't see it from the media. I will give the media props. I did not see it coming from them, but I saw it from the sector of Twitter that I do not consider to be quote unquote gamers like us. You know, we get busy, you know. Watch when the stream goes off, watch how we all go and start playing some games. You know what I mean? It was basically like from this slovenly looking dude. He, you know, these guys that basically sit on Twitter all day. I've never seen these guys gaming. They got all this to say when it pertains to gaming, but I've never seen them playing not one game ever, you know? Badly built slob. He wants to tell me, oh, I'm done with the Switch. Are you kidding me? There is no war. Trust me. If you want to go to war, let's go to war. Nintendo is not to be played with. Valve is terrible at handling their hardware. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still doing research. I was doing a lot of research on the day that this thing was announced. Because I really want to make sure that I'm going somewhere that I know is going to be stable. When it comes to the Switch, I know I'm going to be stable. I'm going to get my physical game. I'm going to have a nice running console. I'm going to be playing some of the biggest and best games on demand portably anywhere I want to go. I'm not some type of badly built weirdo sitting around talking about, yo, I'm cool because I don't play my Switch on the go. Well, you're not a gamer then, bro. Gamers game. All right, no questions. All right. Thank you guys so much. So much. I'm putting up my Holy One. What's up, buddy? Steam gets all the Xbox and Nintendo second party games. That's true. But I'm still going to go with the Nintendo Switch. My thing will be basically for Western RPGs, like I was going to use my Xbox Series X for. It'll be just for my Western RPGs. But when it comes to the second party, nothing beats that physical copy of Octopath Travelers. Nothing beats that physical copy of Monster Hunter Stories 2. Nothing beats that physical copy of Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3, 4. Nothing beats that physical copy of Disgaea 6. Nothing beats that physical copy. That's the reason why physical copy is still outselling digital. There's a sense of value as well when you have that physical copy. If you ever look online, go online right now and look at the physical for 3DS games. You're spending well over $100. If I'm going to go with the two, I'm not going to go with the version that has the better frame rate because I don't care. I'm going to go with the version that has more value. I won't even tell the difference. I'm sitting here playing these games and they're talking about the frames and I still don't understand. They've been talking about frames for now over 10 years now and I still don't get it. I'm like, I played the game at 60 frames per second. Who cares? Is the game still garbage? Well, yeah, but who cares? I'm not saying I'm not a graphics guy. I'm not against the graphics, but I love art. And I would always consider Ni no Kuni to be a better looking game art-wise than The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 2, the game is so dark, you can't even see anything. You walk in, you got this little small window of light. You're walking through some type of tight corridor. You don't even know what you're looking at. Atmosphere. The atmosphere is also another thing that I enjoy when I'm playing my video games. I love when the atmosphere is so thick, you can feel that you're in this game. Feel that you're in the game. Last of Us, I'm sitting here, I'm walking with the character. I'm like, what is, you can't even feel the game. I think the Final Fantasy VII from the PlayStation 1 has way more atmosphere than this new Uncharted version of Final Fantasy VII. Way more atmosphere. And yes, the streets look more realistic. Cloud's face got more reaction and all that. But when it comes to the atmosphere and the art style that they used, I would rather go with the original than I would go with the remake that they made more into an Uncharted game. Pathetic. But Legend of Mana on the Switch. You see, there you go. That's the difference between graphics, and look at Legend of Mana on the Switch. Looks amazing. Yeah, a lot of people talk that, the second party is on the PC and the second party is on Valve. Yeah, but more people are buying it on the Switch. To get back to my original statement with the Holy One, he was trying to say that the second party games are also on the Switch. Yeah, but people are still buying it more on the Switch. Ooh, that's a hard shot. Zombie 70, when I was younger, nobody talked about frames. All we wanted to know is if the game was fun or not. Wow. We got some real gamers in the chat. We remember. When you go back that far, none of that stuff can impress me. These same people be so wrapped up behind frames, right? Check this out. These same people be so wrapped up behind frames, right? Frames. But they'll sit there and play an online game where the game is lagging. They're touching the lag switch. They play better in the lag because they're the ones practicing hitting the lag switch while they're playing another player. And yet these guys demand the highest of frames. It's a joke. It's a game. It's a joke. It's a simulation. Anything that appeals to the narrative. That game's gorgeous on the Switch, yeah. All right, guys. Nobody's chatting. I'm out of here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for the donators. If anybody donated and I missed you, I apologize. Speak up now, please, if you donated. I'm about to get the hell up out of here. You guys are sitting here just listening to me talk. Nobody has any questions. You see what I'm saying? Now one guy telling me to go. Later, Zobi, get out of here, man. Get the hell out of here, man. The finals. Who the hell is watching basketball? I'd rather watch Space Jam, a fictional basketball, than that. Yo, they have me dying of Space Jam, bro. The movie's garbage. But there were certain scenes that made me laugh. The one scene that got me, yo, I thought Michael Jordan, they was like, yo, Sylvester was like, I should have known Sylvester was trolling. He was like, yo, I got Michael Jordan. I swore. I was like, yo, they got Michael Jordan for the movie? Even LeBron was hyped. Final rating of DBZ Fighters. The hell? That game came out like 5 years ago. It's not even a good game. So I think it's dangerous for these companies to go against Nintendo. Yeah, man. But congratulations to Microsoft, Phil Spencer, excellent job. Phil Spencer, the Xbox staff, way to go. Xbox fans, way to go, way to go, way to go. You guys did it. If I was going to give props to anybody, it would be you three. Also, Sony for doing a crappy job at appealing to the gamers. Whew, what a terrible job Sony's doing. Oh, I missed Anime Fight Night yesterday because I was playing my side of stories. I was like, F the mother suckers, man. I'm playing the stories, man. F them, man. Did you see that IGN is making a government CIA classified videos now? I don't know. I don't know what that means, Sly. IGN made some type of video about the aliens and the CIA. I thought that was strange. Yeah. It's the end times, man. Everything that was in the dark is now coming to the light. But I don't need IGN to tell me that the government and aliens. I already knew it years ago. Yeah. All right, guys. See you later.